Hello, everyone, and welcome. And I hope you brought your rain gear with you as we are in for a wet one. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. They're just about ready to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic. Welcome, everyone, to what is going to be a wet and sloppy affair. The skies are wide open, and we are certainly in for some challenges to ball security today as we get ready for this showdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Hello, everyone, and welcome. The skies are open, and we are in for a wet one. What a game, and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Offense getting set for first down. He wants to throw. Coming after it. And the ball is intercepted. He'll try to take it back. And he'll take this one all the way to the house. Into the end zone for a touchdown. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He'll start this drive firing. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room.
He's going for it all. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. He's going to pass. Got a man. It's LaBelle. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position that can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
They'll go right back to the run. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
Well, they only needed 1 yard, so no mystery there. Turn around, hand it off, and he finds a way to get it.
The offense down to the 25 now, 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground.
And another nice gain by the offense. All right, defense, we got to change something up here. They're putting a big drive together, play after play, having a lot of success. How do we break the rhythm? How do we give them something that can create a tackle for a loss or a sack or something to get momentum back on my side?
They'll run it on 1st and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The option look. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
Yeah, and how about the QB? Calls his own number and all these options, obviously multiple plays. He decides to stick with it, get some positive yards, and now what's next off of that? What's my next read off of that? How am I going to mix things up and keep this defense off balance?
Quarterback keeper. And they're in for a touchdown. You know what? Methuselah lived 969 years. He was born and died in the amount of time it took them to walk it down the field and score that touchdown.
That's just so frustrating. Play after play after play. You line up, you try to do your assignment, and you fail, and they cap it off with a touchdown. Oh, Methuselah.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. First down here for the offense. Gonna run it. It's Bell. Shakes off the defender. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
He'll throw it. The sure hands. It's Bell.
You're going to have to design something a little bit better than that, fellas. I mean, you're throwing the football, you get 1 yard, and that was not an easy catch by him. Toe tapped, made sure he got his foot down, but I don't know if that was worth it for a 1-yard gain.
Bully ball on 3rd and short. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Going with the ground game left. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
And that is an all-too-familiar sight. Listen, this team won last week, but they gave up 4 sacks. They got to protect this young man early in this game. Don't set the tone, and let's not go back to last week.
He'll take a deep shot here. Oh, he's playing with fire, and he's picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
It's not the end of the world. Bear with me. There is nothing worse than watching wide receivers run those little under routes, and I throw the football, and I'm 10 yards short. You got to push the ball down the field if you're going to get the first down. And guess what? You threw an interception, so be it. You made the tackle, no big deal. It's kind of like a punt.
Fast motion from the offense. On the run, it's Slade. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. He's got it again. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Nice poise by the quarterback. Here's a big 3rd down throw. And you want to push the ball vertically down the field, but if the defense takes it all away, check the ball down. Get it to your running back and let him go do the work and move the sticks for him.
able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You've got to do a lot of this.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll keep it on the ground. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. Quarterback will audible. Just going to keep it after the snap. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He's looking to throw it. Feeling some heat. Finds the tight end. And he slid through that attempt, and he's got room. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks. Because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
This defense really is on their heels. They've been on the field now for a long time on this drive, and they're just getting pushed around at the point of attack up front like we saw in that last play.
A first down run on the doorstep. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Tries again to get it in. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
Well, this situation on the field, this defense has their hands full because this running back just seems to have a nose for the end zone. Of course, he scored his last time out. He's really good down here close to the goal line, finding creases.
As they come to the line on third down, already 2 for 2 on this drive, going for the hat trick and the score. Saunters into the end zone for a touchdown.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Lining up for the PAT. Just when you think it's automatic, it's not. Extra point, no good. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. The home team has the lead right now, but this crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. The away team is hanging in there, but they're going to need something to break their way, and soon.
Off the play fake on first down. Fires to the big fella. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. We didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Catch in the middle. It's Shields. Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup.
This guy just is so comfortable running routes, and he has such a good feel for those soft spots on defense there. They're playing zone coverage, so he's able to find that pocket.
The expressway is wide open. He stepped out of bounds after a huge play, but hang on just a second. Defense might get bailed out here by a flag. The offense lining up for a first down play. They'll go with a direct snap. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
They'll run play action. They're bringing heat. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And he reels it in inside the 30. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. That's the way you get things going. A huge play and now attacking from just inside the red zone. Oh, he drops the football. He had it right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Motion from the offense. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this group, David, if I were allowed to push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Pocket starts to collapse. Bought a little time, lets it go. Fires the pass, intercepted. Got room on the return. He's inside the 40. The 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown. Just one moment, and all of a sudden, the fortunes turn.
You're in a position where you're about to give up points, and now you flip that around and you put points on the board. Perfectly executed. What do you do in an interception? The first guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form a wall where the ball's going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for the touchdown.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Out of the gun to give to the back. At the 35, he's open. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Unloads to the right. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. After the misfire, now on second down. He's looking to throw. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. They're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
Fires to the wideout. It's complete. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Here's the handoff. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. It's first down from the 11. He wants to throw. They've got the screen set up. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. From the gun, running back on the move. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. They'll try to get it through the air. Fires into the end zone. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
On 4th down, going to the air. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on down.
He had nowhere to go with the football. 4th down, you know he wants to make a play. I'd like for him to throw it up, to be honest. Try to give somebody an opportunity to make a play. Who cares if I throw a pick? It's 4th down anyways, but couldn't find anybody to get the ball off. Defense surrounds him, gets him to the ground with the sack.
On the ground, it's Blade. After that one, not quite so backed up as they're up to the 18-yard line. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on 1st down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Fires on the move. Makes a connection. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
Got him downfield. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Skips away from pressure. He throws back to the left side. He'll fire back across his body, and it's intercepted. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. All teed up and ready to go here in the second half. He'll call for the fair catch here. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. On the option. Now the pitch. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4. They want to get this defense on its heels. On 2nd down, he'll fire. Quick completion on the out. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down mark. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. He's piled up 87 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. Wants to throw on first down. Fires into traffic, and it's picked off.
And it's frustrating because you go into half and the coaches tell you what they want to accomplish. Listen, we've seen this the whole first half. This is what they're doing. Not a good job coming out. First drive, trying to get some momentum created. Turn it over to the other team. Give them a good field position now, too. Not the ideal start.
Wide out in motion. The give to the back. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Coffee. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Quarterback checking the play. Calls his own number. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
And that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner. Just exhausting.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Quickly complete. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
Quickly out to the tight end. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. To the ground with the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. They'll keep it on the ground. Able to move it ahead a couple of yards. He gets it down to the 20. They've got it right on the edge of the red zone, but they face a 3rd and long. Running back searching for a hole. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5 plus. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off. And he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll leave it with him. Snowed under after a pickup of 2. They'll mark it at the 8.
Man, that D tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can pick up the first without scoring. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. This is a designed run. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a first and goal.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right? Having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
Trying to power it in. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal?
Here we go. Check.
Leaves it with the back. Smashes through the tackle. And he was able to run through 1 tackle, but still only a modest gain. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter.
Come on, set.
That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Never a doubt. Put a 3 spot on the board as we finish the 3rd quarter. Just about set to kick it away. Fair catch called for and made. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. We'll see if they can dig one up that goes forward this time on 2nd down from the 18. He's past the 30. Give him 105 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a 1st down. They're getting this guy lathered up. A confident, tough, efficient run. Gets it up to the 44. Got 8 on 1st down. Now looking at a 2nd and 2. He's looking to throw. He lets it fly. Just about had another one picked off. They have been way too reckless with the football, throwing it away 3 times already. 3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. They'll try to get the 1st through the air. Quickly complete. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the 1st down. They've already moved the chains a couple of times on this drive, now out close to midfield. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. He unleashes a long one. Fires into traffic, picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
It doesn't get any better from your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
On the ground, it's Blade. Turns it on in midfield. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Second down coming up.
And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. He'll pull it down. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And the incomplete pass turns the ball over on downs.
I think that might be the very definition of just trying to rub salt in the wound, right? You got the lead, multiple possessions, you're looking really, really good, you know, late in the ball game, and you go for it again. So you're just trying to, listen, it's their job to stop you. I like the offense doing what they do. Forget you, defense. Get a stop. That's your job. And you did it.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
They're trying to get to it. And it's caught inside the 30. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exact.
Throws toward the end zone. He's in for the score. Touchdown.
Touchdown. Number 0. Hall of Fame in the end zone.
Two-point conversion attempt is coming. Takes a snap, wants to throw. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
This one away.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. On first down, here comes this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Outside the pocket, lets it go. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Now on the move. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
Well, we saw the coaching staff on the sideline challenging this offensive line to end this game. They've got the lead late now, and they know they're going to continue trying to run the ball to ice it.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
By the defense.
Lining up to convert third down.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man. It's Wade. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Line 22.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away.
Ready up.
Second down coming up.
Hands. Yankee blue. Ready go.
Looking for space. It's Slade. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now third down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock, but the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
As they come to the line on third and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. Trying to pick it up on the ground. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker.
Now, a fourth down.
The offense failed to convert on fourth down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout by the offense.
They bring the punter onto the field now. The Panthers have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. The offense set for a first down play. He wants to start this drive with a pass. He's taking the deep shot. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down. Well, the defense didn't get caught napping there. In this situation, you know they have to stay alert for the deep ball.
Yeah, so what defense am I going to call? I'm going to keep some DBs back deep. I'm going to keep my safety a little bit deeper, understanding they're down. They're going to have to attack down the field. I'm going to stick to my passing sets, my nickels, my dimes.
And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Time is not on their side right now. They can't afford too many more incompletions like that. They need to come up with some connections, and they've got to score points. They've got to get this passing game going now.
You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Here's a throw downfield late. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game.
That's a first down for the offense.
Looking to go up top on first down. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Looking to pass on second down. Now improvising. He'll take another shot here. And that pass will be incomplete, and time has run out on this game. Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game, their entire season is over. This game wasn't for the national championship, but you wouldn't know that watching this winning team, David. Tremendous effort and tremendous execution.
I love competitive people. I love competitive coaches. I love competitive teams.